Hi, my name is Tram and welcome to my very first video here on CiTa Diaries channel. This channel is so special to me because it's about one of the biggest journeys of my life. 18 years ago, my husband's sister opened a family reunion visa application for him, and now it's finally happening. We are preparing to move to the United States. It's such a big change in my life, and I think it could be so nice and meaningful to capture every moment of the journey. So I created this channel. Since the day I got my interview invitation, I've been feeling so many emotions: excited, nervous, overwhelmed. Some days I woke up feeling ready for this big journey, other days not so much. But instead of staying stuck in that confusion, I decided to focus on what I can do to prepare myself little by little for what's ahead. About a year ago, I made a big decision. I quit my full-time job and started freelancing. For the first time, I had freedom to travel, freedom to explore. I spent months along the coastal areas of Vietnam, something that had always been on my bucket list, but I kept delaying. I told myself, if I'm going to leave Vietnam someday, I want to make sure I will really live here first. And I did. I biked through rice fields at sunset, where the only sounds were the wind and the birds. I sat in little cafes, sipping juice and watching life move slowly outside the window. I stayed in small towns by the sea, met wonderful people, and collected moments that I know I will carry forever. That simple, peaceful lifestyle, it made me realize one day that's the kind of retirement I want. Not fancy, not luxurious, just freedom, quiet, and joy. Being near the ocean also have me face one of my biggest fears, swimming. For years, I was too scared to even go into deep water. But after seeing so many beautiful beaches, I thought I have to try. It wasn't easy at all. I panicked, I struggled, and I almost gave up. But my husband was there the whole time, patient, supportive, never pushing too hard. And then one day, it clicked. I learned to swim. Now I love it, floating, moving freely, feeling weightless. Honestly, it's one of the most empowering things I've ever done. During that time, I also started cooking. I rented a tiny studio apartment, nothing fancy, but bright and cozy. And that's where I began experimenting in the kitchen. Back when I worked 9 to 5, my husband and I always ate out. We barely cooked. But I heard that in the US, eating out all the time is not realistic. It's expensive. And honestly, I will miss Vietnamese food so much. So I practice. Stir-fried veggies, rice dishes, soups. Every new dish feels like a small victory. Now, cooking together has become something we really enjoy. It's not just about food, it's about connection. Sitting down together, sharing stories, laughing, those moments mean so much. One day, while strolling on my phone, I saw an advertisement for baking class. At first, I wasn't even sure if I should join, but something inside me said, why not try? I've always loved dessert, but I don't like over-sweet cakes. And in Vietnam, it's really hard to find exactly the kind of flavor I like. So I thought maybe I can learn to make them myself. Once I joined the class, I fell in love with it. Mixing ingredients, watching the cake rise in the oven, decorating it with care. It felt almost like therapy. calm, creative, and joyful. And who knows, maybe when I move to the US, baking could even become a small job for me. And of course, another big part of my preparation is English. I've been learning English since grade 5, but in Vietnam, we don't use it much in daily life. Even in international companies, most conversation with Vietnamese still happen in Vietnamese. So I joined a Zoom class with an American teacher. She has helped me so much, not just grammar, but also with confidence. Sometimes I still hesitate. I still make mistakes, but I remind myself that's how learning works. Even right now, speaking to you in English, this is part of my practice. And every step gives me more courage to belong in my new home. Of course, there's still things I want to work on, like learning to try or taking better care of my health. And yes, thinking about the medical care in the US does make me a little bit worried. But I've learned something important. If you try to repair everything at once, you will burn out. So I'm taking it one step at a time, with curiosity, with courage, and with trust that I will figure it out along the way. Because I don't just want to survive in the US, I want to live well, to grow, and to build a life that I'm truly proud of.
It's just a few things I've been preparing for this journey. If you could like to follow to see how I spend the rest of my time here in Vietnam and my new life in the United States, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you and see you in the next video.